being ESG compliant makes good business sense. Chiew Teck Wee of Riverstone Environmental, Sindra and Berhad explains how sustainable practices can help companies not only remain relevant in the marketplace, but also future-proof themselves against harmful impacts of the environment.
Now there is an increasingly call for disclosure of sustainable practices. So that means to say that when you apply for a loan, companies need to disclose what are they doing in terms of taking care of the environment, taking care of their workforce, taking care of their being a neighbor to the community and things like that. So all this KPI needs to be recorded and has to be transparent and has to be submitted as part of that. And also it makes good business sense to be compliant, complying with the environmental law. And if you are a good, responsible company, discharge into rivers, emissions into the atmosphere and all these things, all those make good business sense, and it has to be monitored as well, monitoring for compliance purposes, yes.
Teck Wee also shares 2 ways businesses can start investing to be more ESG compliant.
One is knowing how your businesses is impacting the environment, and second is know how the environment will impact the business in the near future. So the first part is about when you let's say draws river water, consuming clean water or extracting groundwater or emitting the atmosphere. This is how businesses interacts with the environment. And then the second part is about knowing how climate change, let's say in future, climate change will impact a business supply chain. That will impact your ingredients or raw materials imported coming in from overseas in locations that will be in future impacted by flood, that will be impacted by water stress, heat wave, and how taking care of your employees as well, working outdoor, on extended hours, and those are safety and health consideration as well. So it makes good business sense for company to invest into sustainability, to future-proof themselves, climate-proof themselves, and have all these measures in place.
Teck Wee advises SMEs to take proactive action when it comes to implementing ESG practices in order to stay ahead in a competitive market here or abroad.
Taking the opportunity now is that the government is also giving out green financing, in the form of Malaysian Green Financing Technology Financing Scheme, and also the more recent one is Sustainable Development Financing Scheme and things like that. So small businesses, knowing where your environmental footprint, and then and wanting to improve your environmental performance, and for those that is exporting to overseas, to European market and things like that, they should be aware as well, that there will be cross-border adjustment mechanism that's coming, which means to say if they are operating, let's say in Malaysia, which is less carbon efficient, they will be taxed when they export out to European market and things like that. So our Malaysian SME aware about that, preparing themselves in their business in order to launch, to continue a sustainable market into outside of Malaysia. I think knowing where to get the incentives, the grants and things like that, they will be better prepared, SMEs, for the future.